In a few weeks' time, it's Christmas, one of my favorite times of the year, because I shamelessly get to eat loads of delicious food and spend time with my family. But unfortunately, it also means bad news for many turkeys out there. So I think a few vegetarian options on a Christmas table won't harm anyone. Today I'll be making a little cold entree dish. It's going to be a terrine with wild mushrooms, lentils and beets, and I'm going to serve it with some cranberry sauce. But here's the thing, I only came up with the recipe last night and I haven't tested it yet. So I'm not sure if it's any good, but I hope it is as delicious as I imagine it to be. But we'll find out at the end of the video, and I promise you I'll be really honest. This is what you need: 600 grams of mixed mushrooms, 30 grams of dried mushrooms, 300 grams of cooked lentils, 1 onion, garlic, 2 tablespoons of bouillon powder, some salt and pepper, 2 teaspoons of agar powder, 2 or 3 cooked beets and fresh parsley. And for the cranberry sauce, 200 grams of fresh cranberries, 150 grams of coconut sugar, 1 organic orange, 1 apple, 2 cinnamon sticks and 1 star anise. I have a gorgeous selection of seasonal wild mushrooms here and some chestnut mushrooms, and I'm going to clean them with a brush. Especially these chanterelles, they're always very dirty. I deliberately chose to use fresh mushrooms and dried mushrooms. Porcini are really delicious, and that's because dried mushrooms have a really intense flavor that I would like to use in this recipe. And you have to soak them first. I'm going to soak these in hot water for 20 minutes, and you need about 800 ml of water. Next, I chop this onion. I want it quite fine. And saute them in a bit of olive oil until they're translucent and soft. Crush 2 cloves of garlic. Quickly chop the mushrooms in fairly small pieces. I prefer to remove the stems, they are a little bit hard. This is the size I think I'm going for. Add them to the onions. So now I want to saute them until they're shrunken and really nice and golden brown, and then I will add the salt and pepper, because if you add the salt now they will get soggy. I don't want that. I didn't put this in the ingredient list, but I think it will be really delicious to add half a teaspoon, I think, of dried thyme. At this point the mushrooms are releasing loads of fluids and I want to evaporate all of this, so I want to cook past this point and be left with delicious, not soggy mushrooms. My dried mushrooms are ready to be drained, and I'm going to keep this water, so I'm going to drain them in a pot and chop the mushrooms up really fine. You see, I'm almost mincing them. Add them to the skillet. The mushrooms have shrunken now and they are nice and golden brown, and all of the fluids have evaporated. So I'm ready to add a pinch of salt and some pepper. And at this point I'm ready to add my lentils. These are from a can because, come on, it's Christmas. It's already stressful enough. Normally I would cook them myself, but today we do a little cheat. Chop up a bunch of parsley now, and I want it to be fresh and crisp and vibrant, so I don't want to cook the parsley. That's why I'm adding it after I turn off the heat. That was part 1. So next I'm going to make a broth using the soaking water of the mushrooms. I'm going to heat it up. To this I'm adding some bouillon powder. You can also use the cubes, of course. And because the bouillon powder is low sodium, I'm adding a little bit of salt. As you may know, conventional gelatin is animal based. So if you want to make a vegetarian terrine, you can use agar powder, which is plant-based gelatin. As soon as my broth is boiling, I'm adding the powder. Stir it in and let it cook for 1 more minute. Now turn off the heat. I'm going to use a plastic cutting board to cut and peel my beets because, you know, they stain a lot. And these are already cooked. Let's try to cut thin slices, about 1/2 centimeter thin. It's called terrine because of the shape that it's actually made in. And I was planning on using this loaf tin, but I was thinking how cute would it be to make little individual portions using this silicone cupcake form. So that's what we're going to do. Little man is here, he's going to help me. Let's go. We're going to fill them with our mushroom and lentil filling. And you have to really press it, pack them real tight. Now for the cranberry sauce, it's super easy. Bring up to a boil 2 cups of water, that's about 500 ml. Add the sugar and then add the cranberries, cinnamon stick and the star anise and the diced apples and cook them until you have the nice consistency. I also love to add the orange juice and the zest of the orange. And then I just cook it until I have a jam-like texture. And for this particular recipe, I prefer to blitz the sauce to make it nice and smooth. Don't forget to take out your cinnamon sticks. Now just let it cool down to room temperature. Okay, I'm super nervous because now I'm going to try this for the first time and see if it's any good. So there we go.
Mom, know that you eat my dish.
It's really nice. The cranberry sauce and the mushrooms really work perfect together. You could make it a little bit more spicy. I would do that the next time. If you want to make this for Christmas, my tip would be season it well. I would add more pepper next time. I really want it to be more spicy, salty. That will make it amazing. That's it for today. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you like it. If you do, thumbs up please, and subscribe. I'm aiming for my first 100 subscribers before the end of the year. That would be amazing if you could help me with that. So yeah, I'll see you in my next video. Bye.